Mel Devers. I use she, her pronouns. I'm from the Student Health and Wellbeing Unit at Mizzou. With me today is Mel Constantine Miseo, who uses they, them pronouns. Mel is a PhD candidate in sociology at Mizzou. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So, why is it important to use someone's correct pronouns?
So, it's important to use someone's correct pronouns because it signifies and communicates to that person that you respect them, you value them, and you see them for who they are. So, using someone's correct pronouns also helps that person feel welcomed in whatever space you're in. And when someone is misgendered repeatedly, whether in the classroom, a student organization, at work, that can really contribute to them feeling unable to fully participate and engage in the space because that space no longer feels welcoming or safe. So it's important to make sure we're using people's correct pronouns and correct names.
Is it okay to ask someone what their pronouns are?
Yes. So it's so important to ask them what their pronouns are because we cannot tell what someone's pronouns are just by their appearance or the sound of their voice. People have varying gender presentations regardless of their gender identity. So it's important to ask when we first meet someone what their pronouns are, what pronouns they use. And we can also offer our own pronouns when introducing yourself to give the opportunity for someone else to share their pronouns.
So, what do I do if I make a mistake?
That's a great question because I find that a lot of people often get kind of embarrassed when they make a mistake. And that embarrassment can sometimes keep us from moving forward and correcting ourselves in the conversation. So it's important to remember that mistakes do happen. And the best way to respond is to simply correct yourself and move on with the conversation. And we always want to correct ourselves so we can signify to the other people around us, regardless of whether that trans person is in the room or not, right? That the language we used was incorrect, and instead that this is the correct language to use. And this can look like you say, he left his backpack here. Sorry, they left their backpack here. And also, correcting yourself helps you learn.
That makes sense. Thank you. Makes me feel better about if I make a mistake. How can I practice using gender neutral pronouns?
So there are actually some great websites that can walk you through using gender neutral pronouns. And those websites are practicewithpronouns.com or pronouns.18.org.au. And they really help you practice pronouns that you might not hear as often, such as Zer pronouns or am pronouns, as well as they, them pronouns. So just like learning binary gender pronouns like in elementary school, or even learning a new language, it takes a bit to practice and to fully integrate that new language and the usage of gender neutral pronouns into your conversation. So when I have someone in my life who uses pronouns that I'm not familiar with, or I just met someone who just changed their pronouns. So I'll talk to myself to practice forming sentences with the proper usage of that pronoun. And so, whatever way that you can retrain your brain is really valuable and it's worth that little bit of effort.
Well, thank you so much, Mel. I appreciate your time. Thanks for diving into this topic with us. I think it's very important.
Yeah, thank you.